says to the Maharal me Prague, this coming Wednesday we'll be reading Parshas Vezos Habrachah. In Deuteronomy 34 verse 1 it says, V'al Moshe me'arvos mo'ov al har nevo rosh hapisko she'al panei reicho v'yarehu Adonai es kol ha'aretz es Gilad Adon. And Moses went up from the wilderness of Moab to Mount Nebo to the top. And Gilead explains, it's Kol Haaretz, that God showed Moses all of the Holy Land. Hero was Kol Eretz Yisrael b'Shalvasah. That God showed Moses the entirety of the land of Israel in its peaceful state. Metzikin of Sidim Leis Metzikin La. But also he showed the Metzikin, that means the oppressors who would oppress the Holy Land in the future. That's what I thought it meant. I just wanted to make sure I understood what I was reading. So the Heilige Gezeide, the Maharal Prague says it's Kol Eretz Harahu, that God showed Moses all the Holy Land. That's very famous. Martin Luther King's last speech before Lefarid Kolhanu Befrat. Why does the scripture need to mention all the details of what God showed Moses? Havilei lemichtav stam yeru Hashem kol haaretz. It would have been enough to simply say that God showed Moses all the land. So rather, that's why it explains all of this that he showed. All right, verse 34. This is V'yomer Adonai Elo v'seis haaretz asher nishbati l'Avraham liYitzchak liYaakov le'mor l'zaracho etnena herisicha ve'einecha v'sham alois avor. And the Lord said to him, to Moses, this is the land that I promised to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, to thy seed I will give it. I've shown it unto thee that I've seen you. Meaning, God is telling, when you go to heaven, I want you to go and tell Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, God, that the oath that God promised, he fulfilled. That's what it says, saying. That's why I'm showing it to you, so you can go tell Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But it's a decree for me that you're not going to pass over into there. Because if not for this, I would have fulfilled it, and he would have fulfilled it until you got there to show them the they should be able to see all of the plants that are planted and all the things that are established there. What is it? If it wasn't that Moses to go tell Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that his promise was fulfilled, then it wouldn't say here saying. Because usually it doesn't say saying unless it says and he spoke saying. You know, after he says and he spoke, then it says saying. But this was written, promised to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Why does it say saying? So that's why we have this homily here, that the explanation of this scripture, go tell Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he fulfilled his promise, that God fulfilled his oath. This is explained in many places. We don't have to say this in a long way. And then Rashi says, if it wasn't for this, I would have kept you around. I'm Parshas Nitzavim v'Yelech etzel b'mei v'esrim shana hayom. See what it said there when Moses says, I'm 120 years old today. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you all later. All right, have a good Shabbos.